It's a very low barrier to get into the Gronk Squad.
That's crazy!
We've committed to do the Daily Talk Show for 10 years.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Put it in the calendar.
That one in.
Just like to check the temperature in the room.
I told you my squeegee story.
It is outrageous. Come on, let's go.
It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 970.
Jess, Lucas,
Hi.
our
Hello.
GM is in the building.
Hello.
You're always in the building. You're just on the show today.
Yeah.
And it's Chewy Tuesday.
Yay, I'm excited.
So I've brought...
I'm so glad that Tommy remembered.
Is that my segment? 2 Chewies to choose from today, thanks to the Redfern Convenience Store. An extra long-lasting flavour. This is a sweet watermelon flavour.
Yum.
Sugar-free gum. Or we've got, who wants to get fired up, energy gum
Nicotine.
with caffeine from Guarana. One piece contains 25 milligrams of caffeine, sugar-free gum. Who wants what?
I'm going to start with the watermelon, please.
There's no moving to. There's only one.
There's
Oh,
one
we're doing
for the
one.
episode.
Okay.
Do
I forgot
do
the
we
game.
want more energy
What
for the rest
do you
of the
feel
day?
like? Do you need to fire up, son? Or do you need to?
What would you like, Jess?
Watermelon out.
I want the caffeine one because you guys had cherry last week. So let's go
Okay, sure.
something
Good point.
different.
Good point.
All right. And so, has anyone had nicotine gum before?
Yes.
What does it taste like? So this isn't nicotine gum. This is an
this
energy
is-
thing.
Tastes like pepper. Like it tastes like a bit spicy.
Sure.
It's bizarre. Like it's a bit minty, but they're definitely not a Wrigley's gum.
Have you had a nicotine?
No, I haven't.
Chewy?
No. I was
Stuck
going
to
to
the
say
patches.
surely none of us have had it because
Okay,
none of us are smokers.
Well, no, I don't smoke, but I had a friend that was on the nicotine gum, and I just had one.
So what is this called again?
Jess,
Drive gum.
drive.
So I wonder if it's for when you are meant to be driving.
Good
It's like
point.
nicotine for cigarettes, not having that, but this is instead of having a drink maybe, so that you don't need to wee.
There you go.
All right.
It's it tastes like a Cool Mint.
Mm.
Remember the Cool Mints? They're
Yeah.
not even chewies. They're just like a sugary ball.
So are these like no-dos?
If you feel tired while driving, our advice is stop and take a rest
And have a chewy.
and have a chewy.
And then get fired up and keep driving.
Can I have a look, please?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, in terms of flavour profile, just your standard mint, not even that strong.
Yeah.
They're
Are you
quite
going to?
thick though, don't you think?
They are a thicker chewy. Are you?
Thick boy.
Are you going to chew the whole time?
Do you want me to swallow?
No. Bodie,
No.
don't pull a Bodie.
No,
Bodie
no, you can't.
swallows his chewing gum.
I swallowed some before I came on.
Oh, really? No, it's not good. I think we could just put it on the back of the packet or something, so we're not chewing the whole time. Do we all agree?
Nah, not on the back
No,
of the
you need
packet.
to get the effects.
That's
like
the
junkies now.
packet that everyone else has.
Yeah, sure. So what are we going to do with it?
I feel like we're
Chuck 'em in
doing.
your hands.
I feel like we're doing edibles and we're waiting for it to kick in.
We are.
See who.
Put it on the desk. Can we put it on the desk?
Put it on
That's
the
gonna be
desk.
fun.
Put it
Okay.
on your side
All right.
if you don't want.
Thank you. I was watching the Billie Eilish documentary.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Well, it was George's recommendation, and coming off the back of was that you, Cecil Hotel,
It was, yeah.
which I got fired up about that recommendation. You were saying it was so great. I'm just looking for a recommendation to bash you down because you beat down my Fire Saga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have a funny story about that actually.
See, it's coming.
Okay, go.
I'm talking to a guy on Hinge who stood in apparently for Will. What's his Ferris?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferris.
Will Ferris, yeah.
That-
the
what-
Yeah,
4 hour,
Tim Ferriss's dad.
In
4
that
hour
movie-
comedy.
in that documentary or whatever it was. Yeah,
It's not a
Was it?
documentary.
Yeah, it was
That's
real
why you
life.
didn't
was,
like it.
It was honestly. Yeah.
It's not a documentary.
That was honestly
Really?
the world's worst movie. But yeah, apparently he
But
has
you-
it as a question on his Hinge profile.
But you do know that means that he looks like Will Ferrell. How?
he
Like,
does.
wow.
Not like him. He just has the long hair. He looks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like in that film.
Yeah.
It's the character.
The character.
So he's the body double.
So was it
Yeah.
filmed in Australia, was it?
I don't know.
No. It was
Well, he
like
was-
Iceland or fucking
No,
some
but did they actually
Scandinavian.
film like those? I could imagine them doing it up in the Gold Coast or something, getting some sort of
You're
grant.
right. There is a
Yeah,
lot
true.
going on up there.
I'm not sure. We haven't gotten there yet.
How far have you got?
We're just chatting.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna-
there's
are you
nothing. Nah, no dates yet.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know that area.
But so
that game.
Billie Eilish,
Yeah, so Billie Eilish.
really interesting, really great documentary. It's on Apple TV Plus, and It goes for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's a long film, don't you think?
Yeah.
2 hours, 20 minutes?
It is.
Yeah. So Brie and I have watched half and we're going to watch the other half. But I just liked it because it's very raw. She hates the process. She hates writing, but she does it.
And
Gets it done.
she writes all her music?
With
Her bro.
who's
a producer.
he's awesome.
He actually sampled the pedestrian crossing sound effect
In Melbourne,
in
that's
Melbourne and used it in one of her huge bangers. I don't know which
Oh,
one, but
really?
it's a fun fact about her. Any other fun facts about Billie Eilish? How old is she now? 18?
right. So she was born in 2001.
Gee,
Yes.
it's nearly 20.
Yeah, but they wear the same headphones as us when they're making beats. And there was a bit of me where I was like, I would love to be a music guy. Like what I love, I know I can't sing. I can't sort of play guitar. I don't even understand how music works.
It's one of the more creative endeavors that gets a lot of clout if you're good. So I've been pushed in Facebook a what are they called? Masterclass
Yes.
by Timberland, who's a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And he builds out, so it's like this 1.5-minute trailer, and he builds out his songs with his mouth. So he does like beatboxing and the melody and stitches it all together. So he actually has a song based on his mouth, and he says that the reason I do it is because it was too hard to explain to someone what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I just fucking did it with my mouth.
Oh, that's cool.
But now he's one of the greatest producers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great.
Anyway, I think it's a very good watch. And I also think her style is very unique.
Yeah.
She has a lot of, I feel like you would get her, I could actually imagine you dressing like Billie Eilish with the jewelry.
Okay.
She wears like,
She's pretty grunge.
yeah, and you're pretty grunge, don't you think? Like how much jewelry have you got on right now? You've got like,
A ring,
okay.
a bracelet.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's-
you were hearing that before.
Yeah, there
You
was a
go a
lot
bit
going on.
goth.
Yeah.
Like a
I
slight
dress-
bit goth.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be goth.
But you've
I'm
got
reformed.
Yeah, sure.
like your leathery jackets, your boots, just your vibe, your layers.
I'm not that girly.
But you're fashionable.
But accessories are nice. I think there was like I still haven't got my G-Shock. If you're an OG listener, you probably do you remember me talking about my watch when I got the watch? I was the watch guy.
Yeah.
Like I got it, so it's a big chunky G-Shock and it's GPS. It uses the GPS to set the time, but it's not working at the moment. But it's not smart enough where you're looking at a screen. It's really old school where you sort of have to press a button, hold it, and do all these things, point it out at the sun.
But it's turned back on, hasn't it?
It's turned back on, but it's the wrong time. I can't work
Does it
out how
track
to.
steps?
No, it doesn't do anything like that. But I just like the idea of a nice accessory. I feel a little bit more sort of put together when I have an accessory.
It's a very functional accessory.
Mhm.
Like seeing, I would think, I mean, accessories are watches, aren't they? But like rings,
Yeah.
bracelets, useless accessories other than visually.
Mhm.
Because a watch has I can't do anything. I've got my rings that I wear, which I love, but it's not as functional. I mean, it's actually my ring does more than your watch at this point.
Because my watch
Sundial?
just
You point into the sun?
it gives me the wrong. Yeah, this gives me the wrong time. So accessories wise, like, are you a silver person or a white gold or like?
If I could afford white gold, it would be that. And I expect my engagement ring eventually to be that. But
White gold.
white gold. I wanted to be a gold person, but I just can't change now. It's too expensive because I have so many piercings. All my jewelry silver, so I have to stay that way.
Yeah.
I did ask for actual gold for my 30th last year.
What did you get? Coal.
I didn't get
What did you get?
A
I got
voucher
cash
from-
instead to buy something for myself, which I never did.
And you haven't bought it yet?
No, I just chucked it in savings. I know.
Oh, the cash.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay.
she didn't say catch. It sounded like catch, like a catch.
No, I
voucher.
thought it was, like a
catch
voucher.
of the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mum
I mean-
gave me this, so that's kind of like
So it's like a wrist. It's like a
that's hers.
bracelet.
yeah. Sorry, it was her. She just didn't wear it from ages ago.
I've actually, my auntie, I remember she got all of her gold jewelry and melted it down into another piece of jewelry. Have you seen that? It's quite cool.
Yeah.
So you can get she got one big gold bangle made.
Yeah. I mean, thieves do that too. Get the gold, melt it down. No, you can. Actually,
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Kim K's ring. They smash it up into little ones.
Well, if you get jewellery off your parent who has come from a different generation, most likely it's not going to be for you. And so it is a nice thing to do. Melt it down, make it something you want to wear every day.
Yeah.
So-
This ring. So this ring here is my grandfathers.
So it was on your right hand.
So
on the far.
All the rings have the story. My little pinky has a silver ring on it, which was black. It was like a
Matte black?
Yeah, it was like a it's like a stain through chemical stain.
That's cool.
And it goes black, but then it rubs off and goes, "This is my wedding ring."
Why are you wearing it?
Amy bought me this, opened it. She read it upside down my size, which was a 9. She bought a 6. So then it went on my little finger. Then my mum said, "Have this." This was Tom's, my grandfather's. And then that became my wedding ring, which has now moved to my right hand.
Yes.
And now on my wedding ring is the one that we got through my sister-in-law and her sister made it. It's this sort of crown-looking ring. It's sick.
It is
Anyway.
really
Really
cool.
cool.
It's very
What goes into
stylish.
the process of making that? Do you know?
Well, there's a mold,
Mhm.
and then it's like scratched. It's like, and it's got literally looks like a crown on someone's head, but it's imperfect. Like there's all different sizes of the little. Yeah, I love it. It's so good.
When Tommy first got it, we couldn't work out which way it should go.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought it would be better the other way, but I think that's because that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
That way.
because the crowns are currently facing up to my nail. When I look at it, it looks like a crown on a head. But if you put it the other way, and when you look at it like that, if I'm like that, you see the crown to you.
No. It makes so much more sense what
Other
you're
way?
doing.
So this way. There you go.
Yeah. And so, Jess, you were talking about in the future you want X sort of ring. What do you think in regards to directing partners on what to buy? Would you expect to basically know what the engagement ring is before you get it? Would you ever be engaged to without a ring?
It's a bit lazy.
Yeah, that's
So
really lazy.
fucking
It would have to
lazy,
depend
dude.
on the circumstances for the
Yeah,
latter. But I'm so for choosing what you want.
As in you choosing what you want?
Or I already have a Pinterest board of what I want.
That's
so
handy.
I
That's
could
handy.
so you
That's
just
handy.
send the Pinterest?
Yeah.
Amy,
God.
Amy sort of flagged that she loved this designer. And so
Yeah.
I then found that. I just made note of the first one she ever told me. Got that.
I mean, it's funny. Bree's been with me for 13 years, has no Pinterest board.
And I'm
And,
single.
and you're
I've been
single
for
and you
8
have got it
years.
all dialed in, ready to go.
You've just got to put it out to the universe, you know. I want a pear shape. So it's kind of like round on the top and then pointed in the middle.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I don't know, I'd have to confirm later, like closer to the time, is whether I want just a plain thin band or if I want little diamonds around the outside. But yeah, very clean.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
diamond thing's interesting, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, just because it's
Which
sort of,
part of
it's
it?
not woke. It's not woke to have diamonds.
Wow. Are you talking about blood diamonds?
Yeah, you're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio's one.
Are there any ethical so there are ethical diamonds?
Surely there's ethical diamonds.
Probably more expensive, you would think, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But then how would you know?
If I get a synthetic one,
Yeah, so not good. You wouldn't be
No.
happy with that.
best-
absolutely not, no.
The best is a guy on YouTube that has this. It's this little machine that has like a LCD screen on the side and it has like a little pin, and you push it into a diamond and it can tell you the quality of it. And he gets the
interesting.
rappers who have all the big fucking chains.
Oh, that's cool. Is that on
And he-
YouTube?
Yeah. And he tests the diamonds of these rappers to see if they're legit.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I would love to do something quirky. Like I would be the guy that would, be walking past a $2 shop and be like, oh my God, this actually looks really cool. It would be great. But I don't think Brie is that girl.
No,
And
no.
so I think that it wouldn't necessarily match it, like telling the story of, I found it and it was like at some random $2 shop. It doesn't have the same
That's a good story.
ring to it.
But not $2 shop. You can't get fucking anything at a $2 shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worth
nah,
buying.
no good.
Not for a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what would be cute though? Just getting the diamond and then, because obviously it's quite easy to get, they know that I want a pear shape, and then you just get the diamond and then you go away and design it.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So that just comes in a box or something.
And so you're opening it up and you're seeing a diamond. Would you be shocked if you just saw a rock in there, no ring? It can't really, there's no photo holding it
Yeah.
up.
Fall out really easy.
Depended on the size, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Nah, I'd be stoked with that because I think he's taking into consideration what I want.
Well, Billie Eilish, like I feel like it's not expensive. What she like, hers is more sort of quirky. So she'll have like 6 watches on, and they all just seem like watches that you would see at like
6 watches on at once.
yes.
Jesus.
Surely
Time zone, maybe different time zones. She's
No, I think it's just like the vibe, a real clickety clackety when she's sort of walking around. And just, you see when she's like driving and she's holding the steering wheel and you just see so many rings. Not good for using the laptop though. I could imagine the MacBook Pro getting quite scratched.
with long nails.
Not even she does have long
rings.
nails, but the rings.
The rings.
The
But
rings,
I've
yeah.
seen like green nails on her before.
Mm-hmm.
Did she explain that? Why she likes the color green?
No, not at this point.
Mm.
But she's very hands-on in regards to her music videos. So she went and performed at Coachella. There was a bunch of technical issues. She forgot the words
Did she?
during the song. She was really pissed off about that. But
Well, hated the process, didn't learn them.
yeah.
Just-
But I didn't know who this guy was, and neither did she. The Katy Perry's partner,
Boyfriend, Orlando Bloom,
Orlando Bloom.
husband.
Yes, he's a big fan
Of Billie.
of Billie Eilish. And watching the scene, please everyone go watch the film and watch the scene, because he is like, I just love you. So he's like really like kissing her, like Billie, and being like, I love you. You're great. She didn't know who he was. She thought he was just Katy Perry's mate, and then found out it was Orlando Bloom.
Well, she's very young. I mean, do you know who he is?
Orlando Bloom. He's a actor.
He is an actor, but I mean, I could imagine young kids sort of not grasping.
She wouldn't have grown up with The Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's what he's from. So really, that's what he's been in.
The Hobbit, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that was a big role for him.
Mhm.
And so he also dated Miranda Kerr.
Yes.
Oh, that's
They have,
right.
they have a baby
They
together.
have a baby, and
Oh, that's
Orlando has a baby with Katie.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's just getting some.
He's pretty sexy.
He's breeding.
Yeah. Did you ever get into the Victoria's Secret fashion show?
Yeah, I loved watching that every year.
Mm-hmm. Would you actually make a date of it? Would you like all your friends get together and watch it, or?
No, because when we were younger, it was always on when we were down at the beach with my cousins. So we always made a thing of it there, but then not really afterwards. I mean,
So
it's a little bit depressing.
So you're saying that you wouldn't get pink robes and pink donuts and all sit around and eat?
And watching the gazelles.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
That's
Well,
what I
Josh
did.
does.
That's, but now they don't do it anymore.
It's cancelled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've stopped doing
Why
it.
have they cancelled it?
I don't know. It was pre-COVID. I think they just probably
They
costing them
spend
too much. Costing them too much
They'd
money.
always
I
have
guess.
someone really good performing
Yeah.
on the runway.
Yeah, they would
Yeah,
have
why
like
do I
I think the last one was The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, Kanye West and Jay-Z
Mhm.
performed. That was sick. In Paris.
Taylor's performed.
Taylor.
What about like I feel like Victoria's Secret's like Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's. Yeah, I don't know.
Victoria's Secret. Yeah. It's Dalesford. Go check it out. No. No, Victoria's Secret. You see them at a lot of airports.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brie about Sephora, and we're going through. I was trying to flex in front of our friend all the that I know about cosmetics, and so I was like, "Oh, have you checked out Adore Beauty?" She's like, "Oh, no, I haven't." I was like, "Oh, you should. Adore Beauty is great."
That's online?
Yeah, Adore Beauty's online. Yeah, and then I was like, what do you think of Sephora? What do you think of Sephora in Australia? Like, I know like the range is different to the US. And then I went through. So when I would go to the States, I would always have to bring back stuff for Brie. I was trying to remember the brands, and there was NARS. So the NARS stuff I'd always get, and then Benefit Cosmetics you apparently couldn't get. Are there any sort of brands that when you go overseas you're always seeking out? Or do you feel like you can get everything here now?
No, I feel like I can get everything here now, but when I go overseas, I love looking for new things.
Mm-hmm. Zara, apparently better in Europe. What do you think?
Better in Europe and Japan.
Oh,
It's
really?
so good.
Mhm.
I bought so much stuff when I went to Japan.
What different range?
Different range, yeah, because I guess it's different seasons.
Yeah, I think also like Spain, for instance, very inexpensive. Some of the Zara stuff, like it's a lot more sort of affordable. But yeah,
Isn't that it's from Spain, isn't it?
well, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Zara.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
You could be right there.
But it feels like it's less of a thing. So Sephora was like the bee's knees, but then Mecca in the last like 5 or 6 years have done a very good job. So they don't necessarily, Sephora didn't come to Australia with all the exclusives like they've got in the US. Some of the US exclusives actually sit with Mecca here in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the Grove when we were in LA. I went to the Grove. There was nothing really that exciting.
Mm.
It's lost its shine.
Well, shoes. So we even spoke about that when, like, that used to be a big thing when you would go over the US.
Yeah,
US, you would
shoes.
get cheap shoes. It's not
Movies
really a
being
thing.
released early.
Yeah.
It's just not-
DVDs. Like my brother, like brought home all these DVDs, and you bought a DVD player that was like region unlocked, so you could watch anything.
Is that like when you go to Bali and you come home with like?
No, it's one up. It's one up from that.
Less illegal. Less illegal. Just the region thing.
I had a box set of Lizzie McGuire.
I love Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, from Bali. It was a mate's one. It's just like, a printer job. They've used the inkjet printers to print all the labels, and
there used to be you could buy a piece of paper that you could print on to like a CD printer. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
And it had
Peel
like
it
a
off
button
type
to
of-
press,
Yes.
and it would like stamp it out.
Mhm.
Oh, old school.
Yeah, it was a real thing. What about even like CD-ROMs? Like you'd have, or like you'd have two DVDs. You'd have like the burner, the second one, and then you'd have the one that's like the disc goes
the one
in.
above. We've got a PC computer. Does that have a CD drive in it?
That's a great question.
Because
I don't
Amy,
think it does.
we're doing hypnobirthing at the moment, classes, and we got this book. It's part of it. And in the back is a CD.
What are you going to do? Use it as a
Who's
frisbee.
got it?
I have a CD drive in my car.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
It still has the same. The people that I got it off, they've left their discs in there. So
What's
if I
in
wanted
there?
to,
Oh, like a six stacker.
yeah.
Remember stackers? My Beamer had a stacker.
Ours has a stacker, I think, still.
Your current Hyundai.
Nah, surely
No
not.
chance.
It's got a CD thing though.
It does?
We actually found out, we
not
thought
too bad.
that when we bought the car, we thought it was from some businesswoman or whatever. And then what we found out, it was actually an ex-Avis rental.
That's not-
fitting.
It's not good, is
Well,
it?
it's not
How
too
many
bad.
people have sat in that
Yeah,
chair?
yeah.
Or thrashed it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Like we found
Foot to the
half a
floor.
bread roll in the seat, like you can open up the seat sort of thing. And Bree did sort of like a deep clean when we got it and found a piece of bread. But yeah, it turns out, we were looking at the
Jeez.
I-30
And Josh,
paperwork.
it was Josh's. He just doesn't fucking-
Yeah.
Mate, I reckon it was the last owners.
But no, so I think it was because we found one of the old manuals for the car, and it had like property of Avis sort of thing on there.
I told you my Honda Civic that I bought came with one key. Dodgy.
Yeah, ours only came with one key, the I-30.
I found the key lodged down the side of the seat, just like in this
That's a
crack,
win.
and I got it out.
Uh-huh.
Fucking, that is a win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very responsible though, is it? Of the other.
For the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it off a dodgy car salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
Is there dodgy car salespeople still? Like, I mean,
All of them. No. Yeah,
like there has to. I mean, the second-hand.
I saw a car sales article that said that it's never been a better time to sell your secondhand car.
Why?
It's on the up. So apparently, with maybe because of a bit of COVID, people aren't spending money on new cars.
Yeah.
Had this same conversation last night with a friend.
Really?
Who brought that piece of
Information she
Yeah.
did because she's pregnant as well. Due the same week as you.
really?
And yeah, and they're trying to find a car. And she's like, we just can't. There's no, because they've apparently reduced production by 30%. So there's no new cars. And then everyone's trying to buy secondhand cars as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Far out.
It does make you think.
About
Should
having
we
a
sell our
kid?
car?
Well, yeah, selling the car, like,
Make a bit of money.
yeah.
Nah.
Make more money now than you would in a couple of years' time when you upgrade.
But it's so little.
Mm.
It's such little money.
Yeah.
We all should have bought cars at earlier days and kept them. My mate's car has gone up $100,000.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, that's not like if you're
Specific
talking
type of car.
depreciating
What is it?
assets or whatever.
Nissan Skyline GTR 34 V-Spec.
Mm.
It's
Sick unit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't buy them anymore.
Yeah, I guess the thing is you need, like most cars, it's that whole thing once you drive it out, it's like,
I drop
you're taking
drops
shit on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dream cars?
Mine would probably be either something really old but like nicely done up,
Mm-hmm.
which still goes like somewhat quick, or maybe like a Lambo or something like that.
No, just-
No.
you get it tomorrow and you get to drive it to work tomorrow and park it in our garage.
You got Hilux vibes.
A Rangy. A Range
Rangy?
Rover.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
A black Rangy, black
Mhm.
everything, leather
Mine.
seats.
Just fit in our garage.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get a Lambo up our ditch.
God, no. I can barely get my car up that ditch.
Well, you've got a Ferrari.
What year is it again? No. What would your car be, TJ?
Oh, tomorrow, I'd probably get an SLS Mercedes Gullwing. They're sick. Suicide doors. Shh.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
They don't make them anymore, so they're going
Worth
up in
something.
price.
Uh-huh.
One of the certain types they don't make anymore. So good though.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a $400,000-$500,000 car. Definitely.
I'll tell you mine, but I'll just say I just caught myself on the screen. My Mo doesn't translate well to video.
Doesn't. How do you
What do you
think video is?
I don't know,
Video is
just-
real life. Video is what we're seeing.
No,
You
yeah,
look really young in that shot.
yeah. It looks weird. I think it's because I've got my hat backwards, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, car wise, I think like the Teslas and stuff are nice. Obviously, that's a classic.
Literally could have told you.
Yeah, but the Cybertruck.
Oh, is that still
I
coming?
wonder if Sev's still
yeah,
has a
Mason
deposit down.
he's still got the deposit down because
Or maybe he just cashed it in last day.
What's
Can
the
you cash it in?
Cybertruck?
I'm sure you could.
get your money back.
Mhm.
So Mr. 97 put down a deposit for a Cybertruck, which is Tesla's first play in the forward, or like
For the Ute.
the Ute looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like a Ute at all. Like it is ridiculous.
It looks like it's off Mars.
And so it famously was Elon Musk did a demo of how strong the windows were, and he threw a metal
and it
ball and it
smashed.
smashed.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Well, he said that he'd been throwing
Shit
them
at
at
all,
it all day, and then they reckon they potentially cracked a bottom of it, like the corner of it, which ruins the integrity.
Yeah. We watched the same Joe Rogan interview.
Yeah.
So the Cybertruck, it looks sick. Like it's I thought it would be a good
It
car.
looks so fake.
I-
doesn't it?
It
Look at
Yeah.
it.
I thought it would be a cool car to like like the Daily Talk Show doing the rounds.
Well,
It
no
would-
one was going to buy it.
How
Are
much
you
would it be
serious?
No, as in, no one of our team was actually
yeah.
going to pay for it. If you heard last
150
week's episodes,
150,000. You think?
well, that's who knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so Billie Eilish said she wanted this specific matte black car.
Tesla
And
or
no,
just
no,
car.
no, it was just a car. It was like a Dodge or something.
Yeah.
And she got it for her birthday. Maybe it wasn't even her birthday. It was like maybe selling some albums or something.
Is she? Is her feet on the earth, or is she? Out of control.
She's.
Imagine
I'm
being
wary
18.
I'm wary of being critical
19.
because it's like an extremely hard existence. Obviously, I think that she is herself, and so in that moment, she's like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want to do that," or like just stuff that you get the right to do when you've become that
Uber rich
successful.
and
Yeah,
uber famous.
exactly. Yeah,
So have you guys watched the yearly videos that she does?
Oh yeah.
I
And
haven't.
the
actually.
comparisons
makes
are
those?
so interesting. Vogue, I
Vogue?
think. Yeah.
And so it's her reacting to herself a year previous.
Yeah, so like one of the questions is who's the most famous person's number that you've got in your phone, and each year it just like gets bigger and better.
Uh-huh.
Like the epitome is going to be Beyonce, I think.
Who's
No.
yours?
You guys,
Who's yours, John?
I don't know. Yeah, who would it be?
you've got a couple.
Yeah, there'd be some.
Hamish
okay
Blake.
one. Yeah, that's got to be up there.
I've got
Okay, US, like what US? Who
Matt
do we
Deville.
have?
Do you have
The minimalist.
minimalist? Yeah.
There's got to be.
I've got Drake Bell from Drake and
that's
Josh.
Never forget.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Oh, we just met him out at a nightclub, partied with him, went back to his place. And the guy has his Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards all over the joint. Just fucking orange balloons everywhere.
Mhm.
Quirky night. Fucking wild.
Zach
He was playing
sang.
for us, singing for us. It was great. He's actually a great
That's
singer.
really cool.
Anyway, hit him up the next time I went back. Didn't hear back from him.
It's got to be some comedians or something. Anyway, it is strange, like Clubhouse and stuff. You give your contact list, and so it will tell you which friends.
Oh, you can see it's like WhatsApp or Telegram. You start seeing who's appearing in your contacts, even if you haven't spoken to
What's
them. in ages.
really weird is it will tell you a person's name who you have in the contacts who isn't on the platform and will tell you how many of their friends are on the platform.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Bit invasive.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, so it would say like Tommy Jackett if you weren't on the platform, and it would say 17 friends. So you can actually see some of the people who are really giving pushback to Clubhouse, because it's like if they haven't signed up and they've got so many friends
that are on there and
that
they
are
haven't
on
done
there
it
that
yet.
haven't
Yeah,
done
yeah,
it,
yeah.
they're the outlier.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be annoying being someone like
Richard Wilkins.
yeah.
So
yeah,
Richard
like I was about
Wilkins,
to say Richard Wilkins.
He has 148.
Oh, we've got Dickie's number, don't we? Yeah.
So that's why he's come up. Richard Wilkins, 148 friends on Clubhouse. It's not on it. Andy Lee, 111, not on it.
Hamish Blake on there,
Yeah, but he must be further down. Scott Pape's got 65 mates.
but he's not on.
Not on there.
Come on, Papey.
Where's City of Casey? What the fuck is that number? That's the city.
I need to know. For some reason, my phone has just duplicated every one of my
Oh,
contacts.
that's so annoying.
Saved on your SIM and on the phone.
It
Oh,
must
that's
be, but
old school, isn't it?
But it hasn't.
Saving
That's
shit on the sim.
that hasn't been the case. I don't know how it's happened. I've got 2 Jess Lucases in there. Very annoying.
So yeah, it's
and
happened.
so when I call, does it go Jess Lucas and Jess Lucas might be calling you?
Yes. Look at
Yeah.
them all. Just double up of everybody. So many random people. I really need to go through. What it is? Do you ever do a cleanse of your contacts?
Yeah, I don't really save anyone's number unless I need to.
Jeez, I've got so many random people in here. I need to go. These need to go.
You were talking about that hotel documentary that Jess suggested you were pushing back on it.
Yeah,
What's the deal?
look, Cecil Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Cecil Hotel is the Gatwick in LA. The Gatwick's this is just a Melbourne reference, but cheap roomed, sort of almost halfway house for people that have left jail or
Do you know about it,
dealing
Jess?
drugs.
Did I before I watched it?
No, about the Australian one.
Gatwick,
the
yeah.
Gatwick.
Gatwick, yeah.
Yeah, the block redid it.
It was great. Interesting. These two
That's such
two
a
sisters owned it, I think.
Modern
And-
thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
To have a reality show.
Yeah.
But that's what, I
Our
think
friend-
that's what Melbourne loves doing.
Yes.
So anyway, the Cecil Hotel. I was going to tell another story. The Cecil Hotel documentary about a girl that goes missing there, and I couldn't get past first episode. Jess raved about it.
I think I was just in a crime thriller headset, maybe. Mind frame.
Is that your go-to?
Headspace.
Headspace.
Is that your go-to?
Headset.
Headset. She's got a
Full
headset
VR,
on.
Full VR. Just watching crime. I'm being fucking stabbed.
It is the go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is podcasting crime.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of people who listen to podcasts are probably just on crime.
Yes. We were to get popular. One of us is going to have to kill the other.
yeah, and I will choke you out.
Do you want to know about an interesting podcast? Sorry to slightly change the subject that I've been listening to. I reckon you'll get around it.
Okay.
It's called The Apology Line.
Who's done this? Is this Vice, or it feels very Vicey?
Well, it was from the 80s or when this guy started it. It was when obviously there was no smartphones, no internet, that kind of thing. And he set up this line that people could call up and confess and apologize for things that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially he had a few people that were regulars and one of them was a murderer.
Oh,
And
God.
he would talk about, the stuff that he'd done and that kind of thing. It's really interesting. And it's about the psychology because obviously he's listening and he's getting to know these people and they're having conversations through this, the voicemail and them
Is it a
calling up.
payphone thing, or is it like it's a?
So he
it's-
said, like to remain anonymous, call through a payphone.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it was all anonymous. He wouldn't talk to the police about anything. But yeah.
And he's released it as a podcast.
Yes, his wife has. Ex-wife.
Why do we like crime so much? Like, remember Making a Murderer? The thing didn't go anywhere.
Well, I think part of it is like they say that women like crime more is because it's relatable, because they're like
All murderers?
no, because they experience
bad boys?
no, because you experience fucking the most amount of violence.
That's interesting.
More likely to as well.
Well, yeah, like because of the stats, it's
The
like
danger. Yeah.
something about learning about the shit that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Why do you like crime? We've got a female on the show. We've got a
This
woman on
is
the show.
amazing.
This is crazy. Tell us, Jess.
I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I think it's just.
I'm glad I asked.
Maybe it's the unknown and trying to figure it out, like the detective in you.
We all love a story. That could be, it's not the drama of it all. It's definitely the dot connect. It's the problem solving.
But it's,
we love problem solving,
which we do. But any good documentary can suck you into a hole that they've dug, which is what Cecil Hotel does. They crafted a narrative, which was ridiculous, and they've been slammed for it because it was sensationalized. The girl that ends up going missing. Spoiler alert.
No, you can't tell people this.
Nah,
It's
pissed.
a new-ish documentary.
Wait, so spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, go.
Spoiler alert. The girl who goes missing, I think, took her own life, or she was having a manic episode. She was
She was in psychosis.
She's manic bipolar and went up onto the roof and got into a water tank. But the way they painted it is like, oh my God, there's mystery. She's gone missing. Who's killed her? Then they thread in all these other angles of murderers that have been in that hotel. When they hold off on mentioning a bit about, which they reference her medication at one point, but they never say that she was manic bipolar in the first bit. And when you see her and this footage, the last scene footage of her,
Which you see in episode 1.
Yeah, you see in episode 1. I watched that and I was like, this is off. Like, she's in trouble. She's mentally very unstable and something's going on. And then after that I read, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is blowing up. Like, so many articles about how they've sensationalized it. And this poor woman's, like, think about the girl's family knew she was manic bipolar.
Yeah.
And they were from Canada and they came down to LA. Like, they just purposefully left out bits of the information to build it in the way they wanted to, which is what all I'm saying about, like, whatever we're consuming, like cereal. Think about all the articles about cereal, all the 1,000 hours recorded of what's his name?
What's Adnan up to?
Yeah, Adnan. He's in jail still.
Still?
Dude. Yeah, dude.
He's like, fuck, I've got the #1 podcast.
Still in the world.
Here I am. Can't enjoy it. Before we go, that bin. So,
chicken juice Jess.
Yeah. So
far out, man.
The bin still fucking stinks. I can smell bin right now. Can you explain what's happened?
This one out?
I didn't realize that you put it in every bin. So what happened?
You're a monster.
Okay. So what happened was yesterday I brought in my vegetables, which was broccoli, zucchini, and some roast lamb for lunch. And I think what happened was when you and I walked in, the liquid from the broccoli has kind of leaked out of my container into the plastic bag that I knew that would happen, so I put them in the plastic bag. And essentially I've eaten my lunch, taken my Tupperware container away, scrolled that plastic supermarket bag up and put it in my other carry bag. And overnight I've left it here and it's fermented or something's happened.
But you put it,
it's grown a fucking head.
Yeah, but you
turned into a rat and died.
But you put it upstairs in the bin, and so removed.
Before that it was in my carry bag, which is on my desk. And
so why does it stink down here?
Because I didn't eat all of my broccoli yesterday and I chucked that in the bin.
So there's two. Yeah, it reeks. It absolutely reeks.
It's 100% a dead marsupial.
Yeah, it stinks. It actually smells like. Remember, I told the story about it when I was working at the fire brigade. We did a Christmas episode of the show, and we had a full blown kitchen set up. And we got a raw chicken that we painted black so it looked like there had been a fire. And we pulled it out and there was smoke and everything. I think it was like 4 weeks later. It stunk. We couldn't work out what it was. Someone had put the raw chicken just back into the oven and it hadn't been used. And it was like down in a warehouse thing where it's 40 degrees. It was disgusting. But this is what this smells like. And it's only been a day, so that's crazy.
Well, to be fair, in your defense, remember this morning when I first got in, I was like, Tommy, what the fuck stinks in this office? I was like, it has to be the door open because Tommy had it wide open and the bins got changed this morning. Yeah,
But it
I
was
was
you.
gagging. It was just me. It
Yeah.
took a while to work out what it was. I was like, surely it can't be me.
The paranoia.
That's not good.
Do I smell like a dead animal?
It was disgusting.
No, that's not good. All right. Thank you, Jessica, for coming on the show.
Thanks,
Thank
Jen.
you.
Jess.
Thank you.
All right. It's a daily talk show. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe on your favourite podcast app or on YouTube and send us an email, hi@thedailytalkshow.com. We email back. It's great. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.